Back from active service at any capacity can prove taxing for veterans as they try to assimilate back into civilian life. MTN's Paul Sanchez was on hand with veterans in Fort Peck, bonding together through recreational activity.
The Montana Warriors on the Water held its annual fishing trip for veterans here at Fort Peck Lake. 14 veterans were selected from around the U.S. to take part in this amazing fishing adventure.
So they invite us out here to Montana to do a week-long fishing expedition with a bunch of veterans. They're pairing us up with boat captains that are out here pretty much like pros and putting us on some fish.
You know, it's hard. I know a lot of people, even myself, that will tell you it's not for me, it's too many people, things like that. And a lot of them come here feeling that way. It's, last year, great group of guys, everybody just kind of gets back into it. Everybody kind of hangs out, and then by the time you're done with this, come Sunday morning when it's time to say goodbye, it's just that day. You're losing, not losing. You're saying, bon voyage to some family that you've created now. A lot of these people we stay in touch with. I'm in touch with some of the guys from last year still, and on the hunt, it's a whole nother brotherhood kind of deal you can do, and a lot of these guys come out of this loving it, and they come back. A couple of our board of directors are guys that were out here on the trip, and then to include myself, and then the other guys that are on the advisory board, same thing. Jason from the advisory board, he was out here last year on a fishing trip. That's how I met him, and here he is volunteering his time. Drove, I don't remember exactly where, Ohio. He lives in Ohio. Drove from Ohio to volunteer his time and come out here, and because it matters that much. That's how great this organization really is.
If it wasn't for the community here, we couldn't do half what we do. And it's just odd. And even the vets, by day 3, they're like, this is amazing. We don't get how just random people, but hey, come on my boat, here's my fishing pole. And they just the hospitality that is given to the vets is just, they haven't seen it, and it's pretty awesome.
Not only did these veterans learn how to fish for walleye and northern pike, it was time to meet other veterans who understand the hardships we face after returning home from deployments.
It means the world to be able to come out and meet 13 other fellow vets and sit down, talk, and share stories. It's kind of hard when you leave the military and go to the civilian world. There's no sense of purpose. So meeting these guys and sharing stories, the struggles of how we all transitioned, kind of, makes you feel better that you're not the only one that's struggling. I mean, others struggle. And with us all talking how we made it work, I feel we help each other.
These veterans are from all branches of service and come from different backgrounds. Being around other veterans helped them realize that they're not alone. These men bonded together and created lifelong memories and friends.
I've met 14 friends that are veterans, and I've met so many other of the staff that we're family now, Can't get rid of that. And, when somebody is willing to take you out of your element to decompress you, it leaves a heartwarming feeling, and that's something you can't really get rid of.
This week has, life piles up. You got job and bills and family and just responsibilities. But this week has just helped me clear my mind. And it's very refreshing to hang out with other veterans and just be able to talk stories from what we did as a brotherhood in the military, and I'm so relaxed right now. I'm in a happy place, so it's something I really needed to get my mind right.
Thank to everybody that helped support this from the bottom up, whether you're on the board of directors, we're all still volunteers, but all the volunteers from the kitchen, from the donors that we have that make this happen. This is all donation based, so to everybody that helps with their time, effort, energy, money, even everything that they do is just from the bottom of my heart. I thank them all, because it wouldn't be here without everybody.
You don't realize what people are dealing with and struggling with, and at the end of the trip, you find out what this did for them. And when a in the case of some of the guys, when their wife contacts you back and said, "This is the first time my husband has smiled. You guys made a difference for our family." That means a lot. And so we know what we're doing is working. There's a lot of organizations out there. They all offer so many great things for our veterans. And we try to help those that maybe haven't been on a trip. Word of mouth from some of the people where this trip has touched their lives. They share the word. They know what this trip offers and maybe make that fit. And so they can come out here and maybe feel like, you know, they're loved and we're glad they're here and we love them all. So.
The Montana Warriors on the Water is a very special organization that is helping not only veterans, but a community and a way of life. I personally have not seen so much selfless service from an organization as they continue to support our veterans. Here at Fort Peck Lake, I'm Paul Sanchez for MTN News.